immediately on the ground. As soon as the flooding hit, we deployed our Coast Guard. We had helicopters and airframe that were deployed and swift.
Laughing and being like, yeah, different than Joe Biden. First thing you bring up, really. Jesus Christ.
Water rescue teams out of Customs and Border Protection, our BORTAC teams, which I like to call the Department of Homeland Security's ninjas. I mean, they can do almost anything, and they're specifically trained for situations like that where the unprecedented is happening. And then I went immediately there on the ground and talked to the governor about getting a major disaster declaration signed, and within an hour or two of them requesting it, it was done, decided by the White House, and we pre-deployed dollars right to Texas so that they could make the best decisions responding to their people. Before, FEMA has never done that before, pre-deployed dollars to a state so that they could use that to
pre-deployed after the flood, you mean? Pre-deployed after the disaster happened. Right.
to save their people. So they could use that to go out and save lives. And that's what President Trump wants. He wants the states to be empowered. Listen, emergencies, and we're in the middle of hurricane season too, so it's important for Florida to know this too. Emergencies are locally executed. They are state managed. The state then manages it. The federal government comes in and supports. You don't ever want to sit back and wait for someone from the federal government to show up and to save you and rescue you out of your house. Necessarily, because that.
Sorry, what's Coast Guard? What is Coast Guard? Is that not the federal government?
That in the past has not served people well under the Biden administration. With President Trump, we were there immediately, but we will always rely on those local officials and those state officials to help execute and to manage the.
It's the ocean government. Yeah, you don't want someone from the federal government. You don't want to wait for someone to come and save you from your house. You want somebody else to do it worse.
Response, because they're the ones who know their communities best. They know where people are the most vulnerable. I think FEMA will cease to exist the way that it is today. We are fundamentally reforming that agency. President Trump may want to, in his prerogative, as he likes to do, rename things. He may come up with a new name for this agency that reflects the fundamental change that's going to happen there. But this agency will no longer be the bureaucratic agency where people have to wait 20 years for their claim to be paid. It'll be an agency that immediately says to that state and to that local emergency management director, what do you need? How can we support you? And then train them to have the skill set that they need to be serving their people immediately, because they're always there faster. They're right there on.
They're always there faster? Yeah, the federal government's all the way in Washington, D.C. all the time, right? They're always there. There's no Coast Guard bases in Texas. No FEMA facilities to use. Yeah, that's where they live. You gotta wait for them to come all the way to Texas. That's literally how she's speaking.
The streets. Yes.
President Trump had posted on Truth Social talking about some of what you had spoken about earlier about the attacks on ICE agents in California. Have you spoken with the president directly about that post, and do you envision ICE agents beginning to enforce his vision when it comes to arresting protesters who may attack ICE agents in the field?
Yeah, he sent it to me. As soon as he was drafting it, he sent it to me. And that's what I love about this guy. He was ticked off and disgusted by what he saw happen to those individuals and to those ICE officers.
What happened to them? They got shot at and not hit with any bullets? Oh no.
He loves them. He loves their family.
Dude, come on.
He cannot believe how some people are treating them and
Something
using them
happened
as
to them.
political weapons to try to win the next 6 months of messaging. And
he loves them. He hugs and kisses them. He loves their family. He loves their wives. Their beautiful wives.
He's not going to allow it to happen. So he's a firm believer that people should face consequences when they break the law, and that when those individuals do that to our ICE officers, they should be able to do whatever they need to do to go out and to protect themselves under the law and to make sure that those perpetrators are brought to justice. Okay, last question. Yep.
Going back to Alligator Alcatraz, I wanted to ask if that facility right now hosts more people who've committed violent crimes compared to other facilities, and if there are people that have been arrested in other states, if they're being sent to Alligator Alcatraz, sort of.
Can
find out.
Can innocent people protect themselves from ICE goons? If you asked her, no. And they will try to prosecute anyone who does. Especially if an ICE agent dies. They'll throw the book at you. They'll try to fucking give you the electric chair.
For you. How's that sound? That's not a great ending question, but we'll end there. And
She literally ended on "I'll get back to you." Classic.
People that have been arrested in other states, if they're being sent to Alligator Alcatraz, sort of.
I'll find out for you. How's that sound?
Yeah, how's that sound? Bad. No, the Ice Maiden. Dude, the Ice Maiden was on a podcast. She's rarely ever in front of cameras. The Ice Maiden, dude. No fucking way. Here, fuck this. I don't want to watch this. God, this title's crazy. Fox News reporter grills Biden's doctor. Yeah, get him. I've never heard of her. That's on purpose. It's Trump's chief of staff. He calls her the Ice Maiden. They lured her out of her cave.
How about Greg Gutfeld?
Here, last politics video for the night. How about Greg Gutfeld?
Everybody.
Thank you.
Ooh.
You know, I expected more pyrotechnics.
You know, as you see, we're downsizing. At
I
Turning
want
Point
somebody
USA.
to lose a finger when I come out.
We, isn't Greg the best? I watch him almost every night. I'll tell
Is that Greg the best?
you.
Stop it. Stop it. You crazy kids. I wonder if, has anybody here ever seen Red Eye? Oh. I was just wondering how old you were because that was the first show.
They're not. None of these people are students.
It was no hands
It's a
went
student event, but not a lot of students there.
up around here.
I know, they're going, what?
This the student section's right up.
Yeah, they're going like, you mean the movie Red Eye?
Or, yeah, so Greg, I know there's a lot going on in the news.
What? I thought it was a movie.
Obviously, the most important thing that you want to talk about is the fact that we no longer have to take our shoes off at the airport when we fly.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the most important news of the week.
Yes. I want to.
Yes. Oh my God. The demon came out.
I like the fact that I can keep my shoes on and take my pants off. No, it's crazy.
The audience was like, ah.
On and take my pants off. No, it's crazy. Every day is good news. It's like 365 days of Christmas. And
Does that include when Tel Aviv was getting bombed, Greg? I'm just wondering. Every day? I don't know.
And once in a while you get something that's you're not happy about, but the whole package is amazing. It's like the election of Trump is like you wanted your parents to buy you a car for your 16th birthday, and you got the car, but maybe it's not the right color, so you stop whining. This is
What the fuck is going on?
like the best thing that's ever happened to our political system in ages.
And Greg, you made a really good point backstage, which is, look, there's disagreements in our movement.
Yeah, but Trump's not perfect. He's a pedophile. He's friends with Jeffrey Epstein. He's not perfect.
People are fighting back and forth. But you look at this as a positive, of an attribute of a movement that has strength.
This is a party. This is a movement that is so transparent.
Wait, close your eyes. He sounds exactly like Big Ed.
I'm happy for them. I'm not mad.
That even their cover-ups are transparent. They're not
Transgender. That's what I thought he was going with that.
even trying. It's like everything that you've seen is one collective wink. It's like, dude, yeah, we get it. You know, Epstein was probably a honeypot operation, but it's like a CIA thing. You know, it sucks. But what I
It sucks. But he bombed Iran.
the way I look at it is that, again, with the Christmas analogy, you got everything you wanted. You're not going to get everything, but you're going to get.
You're gonna get a pedophile. You're gonna get it. He gives you stuff that I guess you wanted. Like a violent occupation of every area of civil life. Totalitarianism, police state. Every conservative wants that.
Get to see how it's made, and you know what's going on.
So
you may
what?
not know who's stopping that, but what's important for you to know is right now the Democrats, this is all they have.
Bro, the Democrats don't even focus on this.
All they have is the conflict that's going on the other side. So they are like, you'll notice certain alignments happening where all of a sudden CNN is now covering Epstein. Didn't do it before.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
And you'll start seeing these like liberal alignments because they want the fractions. They want people to break apart. You don't want to give them that. So even when there's certain things that are happening that are upsetting to you, you have to step back, look at the big picture. Don't lose sight of the changes that you're experiencing and how together, like I want to take.
He is all over the place, dude.
I have to take umbrage with Tucker Carlson.
Go ahead.
All right, whom I love. When he said that the getting boys out of girls' sports was an appetizer, well, hell, I could eat appetizers all day.
He loves the scraps. He just loves cruelty and doesn't care about justice for the victims of Epstein, clearly. I wonder why.
That to me is a really big deal. And you got to understand, I was talking about the
Dude,
issue
look at Charlie's face.
And
even he's like, no, it's not. The fuck? It's not a big deal at all. This is what we say when we're trying to distract from the Epstein stuff.
And you got to understand, I was talking about the issue of transgenderism and boys and women's sports when people weren't talking about it. I was
when?
Getting a lot of crap for it. People kept asking me, why do you keep bringing this up? Why do you keep bringing this up? And I say, because you compel me to. I don't want to think about this. This was never on my
He just got compelled to on the stage just now.
agenda, but
It wasn't for this speech either. Apparently, something happened to him. He was taken over.
the moment pronouns came out, I realized, wait, you're compelling me to think a certain way.
Pronouns came out. When pronouns dropped in I wanted to hear an approximate year from Greg Gutfeld. What, 2014? 2012? Like, what?
I don't want to think about this. This was never on my agenda. But the moment pronouns came out, I realized, wait, you're compelling me to think a certain way.
The pronouns update was so based.
And that's a line you
What
can't
amazing.
cross. You may think it's a side issue, but the bigger issue is compelling you to obey.
I thought it was sports.
That was it. So the appetizer, you got to eat that appetizer to get to the main course.
You have to.
Or you can take all the appetizers and make a main course. That to me was probably the big issue for me. And it allows us to speak freely about one of the biggest delusions, one of the biggest hoaxes of our time. The idea that there are trans kids that you need to operate on.
You? You have to do it. You have to reassign the genders, dude. You have to confirm it. Surgically, you have to do it.
Which 10 years from now, 20 years from now, there will be people that will be embarrassed to even like admit they believed it. They will act like it never happened.
Well, and not only that, there are detransitioners here at this event. I think Chloe Cole is here somewhere, and it is.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
It's not an insignificant portion of the population. And by the way, to your kind of analogy about President Trump and the good he's doing.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Here somewhere, and it's not an insignificant portion of the population.
Is he talking about detransitioners, or is he talking about trans people in general? Because both of those are fractions of fractions. Oh my god.
And by the way, to your kind of analogy about President Trump and the good he's doing in his administration, Greg, we need to make it a goal, hopefully by the end of this administration, we are going to end every gender-affirming care clinic and child butchery in this country. We're not going to allow it to happen.
Dude, what the fuck? These people are so insane. And again, it's all because they couldn't talk about the Epstein stuff and was like, well, you know, whatever, it sucks.
You know, it's a good lesson that you're learning when you're young is pay attention to language. Think about the phrase gender affirming care. No, it sounds wonderful. You're affirming a gender. That is your, I guess that is your warning that it's something awful.
Make America great again. Sounds good. That is your warning that it is awful. Yeah, fucking flipped it and reversed it on you, Greg. Buttfeld loser.
Whenever the language camouflages its actual meaning, you cannot say irreversible surgery and put high-risk hormones. You say gender affirm.
High-risk hormones. Yeah, you take too many, they fucking blow up. You blow up. They're flammable.
Affirming as the positive. They do this with
HRH.
everything. Let's remember that, you know, abortion is now pro-choice because pro-choice is an
now. It has always been that.
affirming phrase. So you always have to look at that and see, okay, what is underneath it? It's part of the, I think, the education of your brain, learning to question the actual words they use.
The education of your brain.
First and foremost.
Yeah, and I mean, there's so many other examples. I mean, they'll use undocumented immigrant.
Yes,
I mean,
they will correct people on other networks if you say illegal immigrant. Somebody tried to do that to me on Fox.
I'm sorry, that has never happened. It's fucking gross to say alien or whatever, or illegal immigrant. Like, no person is illegal.
Once, I can't remember who they were, Geraldo, but it is like, again, why? So it's almost like they can't tackle the issue, so they dance on the edge of the issue.
And they use virtue signaling, bullying over semantics.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
You don't use my word, therefore you're a bad person.
Yes.
And by the way, the way that
you
we
don't
should
use my word.
Talk about gender affirming care, child castration, and medieval butchery. How's that?
Yeah, that'll really sell the issue. You guys are gonna win over a lot of people with this dialogue. Sound really normal.
For language changes.
You know,
do you think we're getting better at language on the right?
No.
Well, I think the great thing is that we're no longer afraid of sharing the risk. And people like you, Charlie, and Trump, people have to be the tip of the spear. A lot of people were too, like, you take the issue like trans. You don't want to be bullied online by people if you say what you feel. Like,
Wait, I'm sorry. Is he saying it's hard to be transphobic online? People aren't nice to you.
If you think about the athletes that were too timid to say they didn't want to change in front of a guy.
Dude, that is not what has ever happened. Too timid. They're talking about it now on Fox News, you dick. Too timid.
They didn't want to share the risk with the Riley Gaines, the people who did take the risk. But what you're seeing is
Riley Gaines is such a fucking grifter, bro.
It's a natural thing. When you see somebody that you know taking a risk, you're more likely to share that risk with them. So what's happening is now, because we are sharing the risk and being able to say what we want, the language changes.
And that's a new phenomenon, Greg. So you've been coming to our events 7-8 years, ish, right?
Yeah.
And
Back when I was in my early 20s.
Sure. Yeah. When I was in my early 20s, not you. But
Ugh, he's
Greg,
so old.
something has changed profoundly. When you first started coming to these events, first of all, the crowds were much smaller.
Right.
But the energy was different because there was
Greg Gutfeld's there to pick up a date as a 60-year-old man at a college event.
campus rebellion energy that still exists here. But culturally, Greg, it's kind of as if we're winning. Am I allowed to say that?
In fact, I believe
Winning.
we talked about this, I think, the first time I was here, and I had written about this, I don't know, 20 years ago, about the ability to flip the script. You guys hopefully will never grow up in a time where everybody on the right was seen as evil. I mean, you kind of do now. But when I was growing up, in every movie, in every TV show, it was the person who believed in law and order, the conservative who was seen as evil. The person on the left was seen as hip and cool.
And now he's turning it around. Superman is conservative now. I thought it was super woke. I thought, what do you mean? What's changing?
This has completely flipped. A lot of it has to do with humor. Now, who are
Except for Superman. They got that one, but, you know, not a big deal culturally. Classic. Classically.
the humorless people? It's a complete flip. The least funny people on the planet are liberals. They're literally, it's hard to take a joke when you are the joke, and they cannot see that they're the joke. Meanwhile, the best thing you can do when you're in conflict with anyone is to have fun. While I watch, Charlotte, when you do those, when you talk to people, you're never angry. You don't, it's not like you're judging the person, you're just having fun. It's an example.
He's always extremely judgmental. What the fuck?
That a comparison I use with when fans of Obama talk about Obama, they talk about him in solemn terms, in serious terms.
That's so true.
Who? I mean, these guys do probably watch a little too much MSNBC and CNN. This isn't a very fun Saturday. I'm sorry. This is the last news thing I was going to watch.
When people who like Trump talk about him, they're laughing. I stole this.
They're the party of joy.
Line from Michael Malice. We don't. Whenever Trump says something, I go, "We don't deserve him." No matter what he does, you can't help but smile. And when you're defending him, it's fun. When you're not defending him, it's even fun. I mean, it's like, for example, he just did he posted on Truth Social about stripping Rosie, what's her name again? Rosie O'Donnell's citizenship, which is impossible. We know it's impossible.
We all know?
We know it's hilarious, but it makes news, and you see all the people on the liberal blog, social
He's just trolling.
media pulling their hair out. You know, autocracy. He wants to strip Rosie O'Donnell of her citizen. No, he doesn't.
So the threat of denaturalization by the State Department and Department of Homeland Security is not real?
just sticking his finger in your eye, and we love every minute of it.
People are trying to weaponize ICE against artists and celebrities they don't like now. Even though these two girls are birthright citizens and hopefully should be safe for a while at least, this is still one of the most fucked up things you can come up with, I think. Additionally, they're based in LA, which does make it a little worse.
Are starting to report celebrities they don't like to ICE, and it's getting really weird. Laura Raj from the gnarly girl group Cat's Eye was targeted by freaks on Twitter who took it upon themselves to assume she isn't a US citizen and filed legitimate reports to ICE in hopes of getting her detained and deported.
Jesus.
Keep in mind the Cat's Eye girls are mainly based in LA where all the mass raids by ICE are going on, so this is a real threat. This user was proud of themselves, even posting their legitimate report to ICE saying, "There is an illegal alien in LA that goes by the name Laura Raj. She has not obtained the necessary visa or legal status required in the US and appears to be working and residing in the United States without legal authorization."
This also, yeah, I was just gonna say this happened to Adam McIntyre, or McIntyre, I don't know how you say it. And of course, Ethan Klein made it about himself, which is awesome. I had this saved. Adam McIntyre's Snark Reddit got deleted because they were reporting him to ICE. I think he is he him pronouns. They were reporting him to ICE as an Irish fucking an Irish citizen touring America for shows. I'm from Idaho. ICE is so cool. What, like actual ICE? And Ethan Klein made it about himself because, you know, he wants his snark page gone, even though he is a harassment snarker. He is a snarker. Yeah, that he is the guy that exposed Colleen. I agree with the decision to ban Adam's snark, but it begs the endless, enraging question: the uneven enforcement, the avid and ardent protection of our snark subreddit. Why? Our snark has been reporting to our Swedish crew member to ICE for the past 2 years. Out in the open, unapologetically? I have never heard of this. Right on Reddit, the admins are aware. They not only refuse to moderate the post, they deny reports? Like, obviously, if that happened, that's unacceptable, but I didn't even hear about that. I didn't even think Love has been in America for 2 years. The ICE hotline started under the Trump administration, didn't it? Biden didn't have an ICE reporting hotline for 2 years. They not only refuse to moderate the post, they deny reports, they provide feedback to moderators on how to stay compliant. We have one of the largest community subreddits on the entire site. We've never heard from an admin. What is he doing? People have treated me like I'm insane for accusing Reddit of protecting and participating in our snark. I hope this at least confirms what I've known for a very long time. Reddit is being weaponized by people inside their organization. It isn't true from H3 Snark or Leftovers H3. Absolute manufactured lie. What a crazy... Oh my god.
Thought that this report is from fans of other groups who generally hate Cat's Eye and want to see them fail, and thought this was the easiest way to do that. I probably thought this was true because Cat's Eye is branded as the world's first international girl group where every member came from somewhere else around the world to come and live in LA. But this extremely ignorant fan didn't get far because Laura is fully a US citizen and was born in Texas. Then deranged incels went on to target Daniela, another member of the group whose background is Cuban and Venezuelan, but she was also born in Georgia. And she's fully a US citizen. I know that's why a lot of stars are hesitant to speak on what's going on because we've already seen this year, Kabi Lemay, who is an extremely famous TikToker, was just suddenly this month detained by ICE in an airport and deported. If any more news like this breaks, I will update you. Make sure to follow on all apps because in Patty we trust. People online are starting to report celebrities they don't like to ICE, and it's getting...
Yeah, it's fucking deranged.
So,
Agents of fascism.
Let's go a step further. I want to analyze the psychology of humor a little bit more.
Psychology.
Is it fair to say that those that can't take a joke are insecure, and that the left is actually full of a lot of people that are hyper-credentialed, over-educated, in an upper middle class environment, but deeply down are very insecure?
Yeah, I mean, you kind of described what they appear to be, but you want to know what's underneath it. And I think about that a lot. And I think about, when I was in high school, I was a liberal, and I think one of the things I liked about it was that we didn't have a name for it. It was virtue signaling, but it was easy status. If you wanted high status from a teacher,
You had to not be racist.
you pushed a liberal perspective in your debates. Or
Right,
in
you called it the Civil War instead of, the War of Northern Aggression.
your term papers. So the idea, excuse me, I had a burger.
Yeah, these are all Harvard, Ivy League educated fucking dickheads too. They're just very gross people.
What is important to you is
He's had no fucking point this whole time. He's so dumb.
status. I need to know that everybody around me likes me. Then I will look at what is popular and I will echo that. That's how liberalism kind of works.
He's just like a contrarian little child. He's like a Dennis the Menace archetype, but grown up, who just wants to like bother and perturb people he thinks are annoying.
One of the things I always tell young conservatives, like what do I do when I'm outnumbered, when I'm there and I'm being ganged up on by 3 or 4 people? And I always say, ask them why it's so important that I agree with you.
Ganged up on? What? First of all, because it's not about agreeing. He's just wrong and a liar. And then whenever he runs out of arguments and talking points, he goes, why do we have to agree? Can't we just disagree and move on and still be friends? Let's go get a pizza.
Why do you need me? Why is it so important that I should agree with you? And then you might say, I think if you're looking for reassurance that you are right, I'm the wrong person. And it's a very simple way of, because they have to lead, they should ask themselves, why is it important that you agree with me? Because they themselves aren't sure. They are not sure. It goes to the insecurity, but it has to do
No, it's just a stupid question.
with a desire to be cool, i.e. stat.
He's the one always complaining. He's the one with a platform and a show who writes books. He wants people to agree with him. He's just hateful all the time.
But they then mistake what is cool, which is they think it's rebellion, but it's actually false rebellion.
He just is freestyling up here, and he's just completely talking out of his ass. It's pretty awesome. He just has nothing to say. He didn't prepare anything. He's probably fucking lit. Whatever. Who cares?
What is rebellious,
Nothing
what is
matters.
truly rebellious is rebelling against the rebellion.
Yes.
That means if the guy says...
That means siding with the man. And that's really rebellious. Chat, if you want to be really rebellious, fucking juice the piss meter, alright? If you appreciate this community, if you want to be a part of the piss meter for the day, and the pissers in general, $5.99 or a Twitch Prime, you get a free sub. If you watch, if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can sign in through Twitch and you get a free sub. No ads for the month. You get all the emotes in the chat. You can use them in other people's chats. You can put little piss hearts, and they stand out. You see my emotes, you know what it is. Just like Rhizome's, but his are better. Mine are all fucked up, and that's how you know they're mine. Your brunette era is slang. Thank you. It's almost complete. The blonde is almost completely gone. Lex is gonna cut my hair soon, just to trim it up and shape it, because I feel like a wild animal.
Look, dude, I think that, like...
Yes, resubs do count for the piss meter. Yes, resubs and gift subs. It's true. Be the real rebel. The real rebellious thing to do is to support the stream.
The police suck. I'm going to throw rocks at ICE because I'm a rebel. The true rebel.
Yeah, everybody's doing that. Hey, Pink Galactos, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Dude, that was a double stick bug. You got both of them. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Greg felled his pants. He just shitted. Miss Captain Frog 1. Thank you for the gifted sub to Gay Tofu. That's an awesome name.
Tells that
I'm gonna say it's true. I don't think leftism is popular. It'd be way easier to be born cis and white and just sit around saying I'm not really into politics. That's way easier than worrying about living in the world as a trans person. Leftism doesn't exist as a material concept in like the American subconscious. You know what I mean? Gay Tofu fucking sniped. Thank you guys. Treasure train. If you want to earn treasure, I guess could compete in the treasure train. What kind of fucked up chemistry takes place in hormones' brains when they see protesters? Vitriol, anger, resentment, bitterness. I don't think it's really that complex. They don't understand it, so they want to smash it like an ape.
that guy to fuck off. Excuse my language. But so what conservatism is...
Cello, well, thank you for the gifted sub to number one like a fan. Thank you. Level 3 treasure train.
Has always been rebellion against rebellion.
If we get to level 5, we get 35% off gifted. Wait, for the whole stream or for like a week or something? Guys, you guys can earn a deal by participating in the hype train right now at the top of chat if you look. If you even look at it. Prevent the Toast gifted a sub to Agent K8, and we're at 30% on a level 3. If you get to level 5... Oh, it says limited time. If you get to level 5, you guys can earn yourselves a little discount if you're trying to gift some subs. Does that mean the same amount of money goes to you? It's always half. Twitch takes 50%. There is I do have an exclamation point tip if you wanted to send money through PayPal, but that's optional. Cello, well, thank you for the 5 gifted. Holy shit, level 4. Thank you, thank you. Oiled. Did I say 50%? I mean 35%. Or no, you said 50% cut. Yeah, Twitch takes a 50% cut. But the gifted subs at a level 5 treasure train, gifted subs will be 35% off. Just one more level. And you can get a discount. That's a good, actually, incentive for a hype train, to be honest. Wow, Twitch made a good fucking change for once. Not 88%. Can somebody fucking subscribe? I don't want it to be 88%, guys. We don't want that. We don't want that kind of stuff here. We have to show a force to push that kind of stuff out. I condemn anti-Semitism in all forms. Gleesh, thank you for the gifted sub. To Ham Sanitizer. Gwenvara, thank you for the 5 months. Thank you very much. Yeah, if you need a sub sound off, you can be sniped and relieved of ads. Pink Galactos, thank you for the gifted sub to Carnicization Propaganda. Thank you so much for fixing the 88%. Treasure Train. Dude, okay, gifted subs, gifters, in. If you like the stream, show up, show out, gift some subs. They're 35% off for the next 4 minutes. If we keep the train going, it might extend. Is Spirit the Corpse, thank you for the gifted sub to Larsonovich. It's 35% off. And you get additional gifted, so it helps, or you could get 5 extra subs or something. I don't know. 35% off at least. Jello, well, thank you for the 5 gifted. The Great Snowman, thank you for the 5 gifted. Damn, thank you. Double bombs dropped. Nimble Raccoon Hands, thank you for the gifted. The Frying Pan 20. That reminds me of PUBG. Pink Galactos, thank you for the gifted. To Kira Yoshi Kage Glazer. If you've been gifted, make sure to thank the gifters. Make sure to say thank you for your gift. Gleesh, thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you so much. Holy shit. Lulu378, thank you for the snipe to Queer Froggy. A Spirit of the Corpse, thank you for the for the gifted sub to Folk Punk Kami X3. Thank you guys. Holy shit. 49% on the piss meter. 49%. Oilers are in and they're going crazy. Thank you for the support. It helps me do this stuff full time. I love streaming. I love interacting with chat. I love this community. I really appreciate having a space where I can watch this shit and not go insane on my own, because it's a lot less fun to watch without chat. Serpent and Scholar, thank you for the 6 months. As well, resubs also count for the treasure train, but gifted subs are discounted. at 5+. Serpent and Scholar, thank you for the 2 gifted. Or 3 gifted. Triple snipe. Or no, 2 gifted. And Pink Galactos, thank you for the gifted. The Ray Exotics. I made my first clip today in Rhizomes, chat. Do you think it's funny? Chat, rate that clip. Is Spirit the Corpse, thank you for the gifted sub to Aspen Rowan. Gifted 88 gifted subs, dude, it keeps coming back. Okay, now I feel bad because I started a hype train and I started chilling and now I have to pee. I have to pee. But there's 4 minutes left. Okay, Lex is gonna chill. Switch out, it's like Mario Kart Double Dash. Switch me out. I'm Baby Mario. Switch me out. I'm Baby Mario.
Guys, can we keep pissing? How much piss do we got in that bladder? How much wee gets out of there? Eden heard me saying we and thought I said weed. I was getting ready to get on stream, but I just got to shower.
Getting cackmaya.
We still don't have an emote of me doing that. One day we gotta film it, or somebody's gotta clip it. Chat. Chat. Are we subbing right now? Subbing for Lex right now? Specifically for me? Wordplay intended. Eden, if you would be like, ooh, Eden doesn't, what would she say? She would be like, hell yeah. Everybody's doing sexo. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. Watch my clip, Lex, please. We're trying to figure out why everyone was wearing a white ball cap.
Getting cackmaya.
Hold on.
Getting cackmaya.
Okay, y'all can see this. Thank you. Pink Galactos is gifted 5. Oh, and I missed a Spirit Corpse. Thank you for the 2 gifted. And Artemis Overgrown, thank you for the 10 months. This chat is so good. Thank you.
White hat memes? No. Chad pointed this out to me earlier. They're bald. I couldn't put it together either. I was like, white people, what's happening here? And they're bald. I get it now.
Yeah, that's real. Thank you, Pink Galactos, for the tier 1 sub to I Pimp Juice. I don't know how you pimp Juice, but they're doing it.
Literally, Grok for Super Grok, which you have to pay $300 a month for.
That's awesome. Hello. She's done pissing.
No more piss.
Chat.
62.
Chat.
Damn.
We got a minute left on the level 8. Just saying. There's needs to be tended to.
Hey.
Yeah, they're like, please.
The Spirit the Corpse, thank you for the gifted sub.
Thank you. I have a water bottle. The Spirit of Corpse. Wow. Cello, well, thank you. Thank you. You got us to the, what is it? Level, what is this? Level 10? That level 10?
Whoa!
9? 8? 9.
Yay!
Yeah. Let me, I gotta eat first. Are you hungry?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make those hot dogs. And then I was gonna put on the world's simplest makeup in like 2 seconds. Alright, I'm gonna go make us a couple of hot dogs and then get ready to get on stream.
Hot dog.
Just
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, everybody.
Thank you for chilling for me. Double Dash, Baby Mario. I'm trying to turn that into a bar. I'm workshopping it. What do you guys think? I'm in Double Dash. I'm Baby Mario. Please watch this clip. Son of a bitch, bastard. Don't do this to me. Nobody checks the bathroom. Oh, fuck you! Oh, it's okay, buddy. Ronan. The thunder is upsetting him. This is a good clip, thank you. Polly Shitter, what is this? Oh, wait. This is today. Wait, communists and Marxists and socialists? Peter made the funniest face
They're a
at the
party
end of
of
this clip.
communists and Marxists and socialists. So I would completely say, nope.
What is this?
You know, if we're having it inside outside, what are we doing?
Don't be rude.
I don't want this clip again. White girl activities? Oh, this is from last night. Help! Help! No! It hurts! Could you imagine if they found my camera? That would have been a banger. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You took the best pictures. It was such a shame.
I sacrificed myself. Listen, if they take my camera, it's okay. I just want them to see my pictures.
The selfie mode was underused. People weren't using it enough. God, I almost want to play Metal Gear Solid 3 again on stream. I've been playing it just in my off time. It's just fun. It's just fun. 10 House and Tigers, thank you for the 9 months. Thank you.
And that is the real risk in life, because you will be unpopular among the...
Oh shit, the hype train is still going. Huh?
There's only 2 buns.
Oh. Do you want, I can take one of mine on bread. You can play Peace Walker? Yeah, I have to hook up my PS3. And I remembered... Oh. Okay, I'll just have one. I can hook up my PS3, but it's a whole process.
Lobby with your audience sometime.
Among Us with chat? That's a good idea. That'd be funny. The hype train is still going. That's crazy. Thank you to everybody who's supported. Holy shit. A Spirit de Corpse, Shallow Well, The Great Snowman, 10 House and Tigers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ready or Not with chat. That game is so insane.
The midwits, the lower intellect, the people who think anybody who thinks they're smarter than you isn't. And they know that. So that is why they adhere to easy status through virtue signaling that then they don't
because they're stupid.
Anything about. They can talk about climate change all they want, but then if, their best friend scores first-class tickets for spring break,
Isn't it interesting that the assumption in this case that the liberal is always virtue signaling is that the liberal is white? Is someone who's like marching with Black Lives Matter virtue signaling if they're also black? I don't know about that, Greg. I don't know if he thought that hard about it because he's making this up. Level 9, chat. 66% pissed. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Have you seen this?
A roaming toolbox. And you tell it, hey, give me a wrench, please. And it goes boop, 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 and it gives you a fucking wrench. It doesn't have to talk to you. That's also my biggest critique of Chinese technology as well. I fucking hate technology that talks to you. Shut the fuck up. I can figure it out. You're overstimulating me. Stop. I don't like it. I don't want no fucking Apple AI talking to me. I don't want Siri. I don't want Google Cortana. Shut the fuck up. I can do it.
She can do it. It's okay, Ronan. It's okay, buddy. It's just thunder.
On that plane.
Well, and Greg, you said something a couple years